Hey guys, it's been a minute. All right, so I know it's been a minute. It's been a year since I uploaded a tried and true YouTube video, but I've been busy. Okay, I had a lot going on. And you know what? I know a lot of you guys have followed me from TikTok. We have over 117,000 subscribers here. So thank you. Seriously, that truly means a lot. As a lot of you guys know, because you came from TikTok, I quit my job. I'm not in advertising anymore. I am doing this full time, and my daughter's now just started school, so I have full mornings to make content, and that includes YouTube videos, which is something that I really wanted to do. Pixar just released a new trailer for the new film Elemental, and I said, hey, screw it. Let's just do it. It's the best way to do it. That's how I started TikTok. That's how we're starting YouTube. So we're going into 2023 with that energy, all right? Now, I've already done my TikTok reactions and things like that, so I've already seen the trailer, but I kind of wanted to use this video to kind of like go in depth in what I thought about the trailer, because a lot of you have been asking me for some long form content, and I really want to give that to you. So we're going to jump right into it. This is it right here. Note to self, remind me to get like a really cool like graphic, or if somebody out there wants to make me a graphic for this channel, then I would greatly appreciate it. All right, so Elemental is the story directed by Peter. It is pretty much set in a world where elements are pretty much humanoid people, and they all live in harmony. It follows two main characters, Ember and Wade. Ember's obviously made of fire, and Wade is made of water because Wade and water. I kind of got that. And my first thoughts about this trailer is like, it's very vibey. It's a very vibey trailer. It's probably the easygoing music. It's probably just the fact that we're seeing all these different types of characters just chilling on a bus. And you know what? I was thinking about this. This could have been an ad for Apple. If you really want to think about it, the first thing we see is Ember put on her headphones, and then she's just walking through as like we hear music, and people's just kind of like hanging out from the music to the headphones, just to the way that it's paced and the way that the world kind of reveals itself. Definitely has like Apple commercial energy. Spike Jonze could have directed this. If you would have told me that Spike Jonze directed this movie, I would not even argue with you, because that's exactly what it feels like. But he's not the director. It's actually Peter who actually directed The Good Dinosaur, which was not the most successful Pixar movie. It just didn't vibe with me. It didn't vibe with me. I know a lot of people vibe with that movie. I didn't vibe with The Good Dinosaur, but the Elemental definitely is something that I vibes with. Now, getting into some of my favorite moments in the trailer, I really like the like heated hoodie like shape, the design. Like that was the first thing I saw in the trailer that made me say, okay, the animation here is typical Pixar. They're stepping up their game with every single movie that they ever do. It's super vibrant. It looks a little photorealistic as well, the way it has like this metallic shape to it. Little small little moments that I really like, because this trailer is mostly focused on introducing you to this world and how these people or these elements interact with each other. And I really just like these little small moments of like earth people interacting with water people, because that pairing kind of makes sense, right? You water the earth and then you get like plants and stuff like that. The dude sneezing, like a water guy sneezing, and the guy covers his face but he doesn't cover his hair, and so the water gets on his hair, but then like grass grows out of his head, which is very convenient if like you're balding as a rock person. Another moment I call like the mandrake moment. If you guys remember the mandrakes from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, literally a scene of that with like a mom with like 5 kids, and these babies pop out of these sprouts and they start crying, and it literally took me back to like Harry Potter. There's a lot of like other interesting things, like air people going up on the ceiling to avoid the people on the ground, and just little stuff like that. There's a very interesting thing that I want to wrap back around to after I want to get into the story. So pause this and we're going to go to this moment, because I feel like this is kind of huge when it comes to the story. Like I said, the movie follows Wade and Ember, and Wade and Ember are opposite elements, right? You have water and fire. Water and fire just do not mix at all. Two elements that shouldn't interact whatsoever. There's no reason why they should interact. There's no benefit to be had there, right? Like when you see the trailer, you see how other elements interact with each other, and it actually works. We talked about the water dude like spitting on the earth guy, and then he grows. Like that makes sense. Even when it comes to air and fire, like you do kind of need some form of oxygen in order to get a fire going. So even though air can blow out fire, then they still need like kind of air to work. It's like a big game of rock, paper, scissors when you really think about it. But when it comes to water and fire, obviously, there's no way that should work, right? And the fact that these two kind of strike up a relationship is very, very interesting, because Pixar can kind of tell this bigger story of how people who are opposites and have like super massive differences could still kind of like form relationships and get along and connect and things of that sort. And it's a very unique way to spin that message, right? In typical Pixar fashion, that's what they do. Now, what I want to touch on though is thing number one. Ember was the only fire person on that bus or train or whatever it was. She was the only one. Like, you saw multiple versions of all those things, multiple waters, multiple fires, multiple earths. She was the only fire one there, which, you could say that, oh, she was coming in from town. Maybe they don't have a lot of fire people. Maybe she's the first fire person in town. We don't know. There's this moment, tiny moment, where a tiny earth child tries to say hi to Ember as she's walking by, and the mother of that child pulled them away. It was tiny, but I was like, yo, racially motivated? Like, it was the first thing that came to my mind. So it reminded me a lot of Zootopia, and I know a lot of people are like getting mad Zootopia vibes when they see this movie, Element City, Zootopia. It's very, everybody's living in harmony, prey, predator, elements. You guys get it. But the fact that she seems to be the only fire person on that thing, and then you have a scene where a child is trying to say hi, but the earth person is like, no, you can't say hi to them. It makes sense on a surface level, which I feel like a lot of people who don't want to see under the layers that this movie is undoubtedly going to have. On the surface level, you're just saying like, oh yeah, because fire doesn't mix with earth, because obviously like it could burn their plants, it could burn like the ecosystem, like this and this and that. That does make sense. However, when you humanize these characters, when you humanize these elements, then it takes on a whole different meaning, right? Where where everybody else is interacting, but this one person can't interact with this child, right? It's kind of effed up when you really think about it. I think that right there is the crux of the story. And I feel like when we talk about the relationship between Wade and Ember, obviously those two can't interact whatsoever. Like, he just dripped on her, not in a good way. And she almost like, I don't know if she was going to melt or whatever. I don't know if too much gets on her, like what happens. But obviously there was a negative reaction there. I'm really excited to see just what are the like social elements that are going to play within this film. That little moment tipped me off right there, that this is going to tackle a lot of subjects that have to do with like our interpersonal relationships. It's like nationalities, ethnicities, just so many different types of things. And it gets me excited because that's what Pixar is really, really good at, because they take these very layered, very gray issues, and they hide it under like these very cute, oh, they're element people, right? It's water, it's earth, it's fire, you know what I'm saying? So it's just really exciting to kind of like see Pixar almost come back to form with that type of stuff. It's just really cool. And I really, really, really dug that. Hey, what did you guys think about the Elemental trailer? Are you guys excited to see it? Are you guys excited to see Peter San have his big comeback that he deserves? And do you think that Ember and Wade are going to be romantically linked? Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to be making more for you guys very, very soon. I got nothing but time now. So thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for watching. You guys take care.